Good afternoon and welcome to Countdown to Sun and Fun. Our 51st annual fly-in is just 7 weeks away from today. I'm your co-host Amanda Holly from WFLA News Channel 8. I'm here with our CEO and president, of course, Gene Conrad. 7 weeks, how many days is it?
7 weeks, it's actually 41 days, 17 hours, and 58 minutes, I think is where we're at. 59 minutes, sorry. And
right?
counting.
Amanda.
That's all right, that's me. So anyway, we're going to be turning up the fun at 51 and 41 days, and we're looking forward to it starting April 1st, and it's coming up quick.
It sure is. We have a lot planned for today's show. We have plenty of guests. Of course, Callie Miller from Carolee is going to be joining us to talk about the Kids Club. It's back this year. Later, Zach McDonald and Priscilla Yakora is going to join us from Sheltair, and they're going to be here talking about all things that benefit Sun and Fun.
Yes.
Nancy Leanhoutz is going to be joining us again to give us an update on the 927 Club, and our own Jane Winter and Melissa Goodson will provide us with much more pilot promotion information.
Yes, it's all about the pilots and bringing folks in. So I'll share some information about the Florida Air Museum and updates on our master site plan. So please stay tuned for that. Lots of information. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions with that. Plus, I want to mention that next Tuesday, February 25th, I'll be back with Laura Vaughn to host another Volunteer Connect live program at 6 p.m. And this is our Sun and Fun volunteers. For our Sun and Fun volunteers, so tune in next Tuesday. Yeah,
so right now, of course, we want to welcome you in again to this second episode of Countdown to Sun and Fun. We got to have some housekeeping to get through. Remember to subscribe to our channel, mash the thumbs up button on YouTube, and like us on Facebook as well. Share us, give us all the love, and that way when you do that, it gets the word out about Sun and Fun, but you also get the updates when we provide them. Remember, this is an interactive program as well, so after you subscribe and like, make sure you leave a question for us in the comment section. We, of course, are keeping an eye on them, and we'll be answering them at the end of the show. One more thing. How about a chance to win something today? Just like last episode, we're going to be giving away 2 weekly tickets to Sun and Fun today. But to win, you have to comment, like, and share on our social media during this broadcast. We're going to be monitoring them and collecting your names, and we're going to be announcing the winners at the end of the show.
Yep.
Should we get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
All righty. So, Gene, you always have the very latest updates for us, and you just shared a little insider information with me. Let's share it with everyone.
I don't know what I just shared, but I'll make sure. Hopefully I cover all of that. So first of all, hey, thank you all for being here with us today. Obviously, we are very, very close. The days are ticking away, and the team is working diligently. First, I just want to start out by thanking my team and thanking all of our volunteers for all of their hard work and preparation for our big 51st. So I appreciate you all, love you, and thank you for everything. Just to give everybody an update, ticket sales, we are way ahead of last year. So I don't know what that means. Weather gods, talk to them, help us out. But we are way ahead, especially on general admission and adult weekly tickets, up 30% on general admission and almost double on weeklies. So that's a good sign, so we're excited about that. Our exhibitors, we're basically about the same numbers. We actually had to reduce some spaces in our exhibit buildings because of some fire marsh from fire codes and whatnot, but we're basically on par with where we were for last year, and last year was a record for us, so we're excited about that, and our exhibits team does a phenomenal job. Also, again, want to encourage everybody, buy your tickets online. Be smart. Get here early, buy early. It'll help you get through the gate as quickly as possible and then into the show to have a great time. But buy online early. Also, parking. Buy online early. That's very, very important. It's $10 right now. It'll be $12 when early bird ends, but it's $20 at the gate when you arrive in your car, so buy early. Also, talking about early bird pricing. Right now we have early bird pricing in place. We have had that since we started selling tickets on September 4th, but that will end March 1st. So we encourage you to get your tickets online and get that early bird pricing before our ticket prices go up a little bit come March 1st. So look out for that, and again, buy early. Also, this year, we are kicking off, even before the first day, we're going to have our first event, and we're going to have our innovation preview in the pavilion attached here to the Florida Air Museum and the Skylab Innovation Center on March 31st at 4 p.m. So what is the innovation preview? That is essentially our exhibitors' ability to get in front of our media friends to talk about their new latest and greatest technologies or airplanes or whatever they're introducing to the aviation world. They're going to be able to do that on the day before, so March 31st, which is Monday at 4 p.m. in the pavilion. If you're interested and you want to come by and check it out, please do, but that'll be exciting for our exhibitors. least get it out of the way so it's not on the first day when they all get here and they're trying to get the booths open and all that. But it'll give them opportunity to get that news out and then have our media folks go visit them.
Do they need to sign up for anything, or is that
yeah,
just
you can
open?
go to our website at Innovation Preview, and we're getting ready to close that down. So I encourage you, if you're an exhibitor out there and you're looking to introduce something, do that quickly. Also, again, we've talked about it, our opening night concert. Sponsored by Wealth MD, a local company here, so we're excited about that. But we're going to have Uncle Cracker opening for Tyler Hubbard, 6 p.m. on the Warbird ramp, April 1st. It's going to be a great event. It was great last year. It should be great. We're excited for that. Our daily air shows, 1 to 5 p.m. Our night shows. I always pause because they are absolutely spectacular. If you've not seen them, shame on you, but I encourage you to be here. The Wednesday night and Saturday night shows are exactly the same. Now the performers, before we get to the big fireworks performance, probably will be a little bit different, but as far as the fireworks show and the ballet that is produced and put on by Dennis Dunbar, it is 25 minutes this year. All choreographed to music. I've already listened to all the music, gave me chill bumps. There are more new elements that are being added. If you saw it last year, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we always say we don't know how you top it, but every year
we are going to top it this year. Also, Sunset Aerial Circus, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday evenings, even Tuesday during the concert. You don't want to watch a concert, that's okay. Go to Sunset Aerial Circus. But down there this year, Stoll demos, Arrhythmia paramotors, demonstration. The shooter's parachute team, Pivotal and eVTOL, electric vertical and takeoff aircraft will be performing down there. And then also each night, every night, including Wednesday and Saturday nights during the night show, we will have a drone show. So even down at Sunset Aerial Circus on Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, we are going to have drones down there as well. So a new element down there, for all of our viewers or all of our attendees. Also this year, the Sun and Run 5K, which has been historically run, if you're a runner, up there on the north side of the airport, is moving south this year. So Saturday morning, 7 a.m., Sun Run 5K, sponsored by the Lakeland Linder International Airport. They host it, they put it on. All the monies go to charitable organizations here locally. But last year they had about 750 runners. So now it's going to be on the south side, easier for all of our attendees to participate. We expect more people to participate. Also, for our fly-in folks, so if you're flying in on March 8th and 9th with our friends at Pilot Edge, we are having Sim Fun. So what is Sim Fun? So if you've flown into AirVenture before, they have done this. I believe they call it, I don't know what they call it, doesn't matter. It's not on the tip of my tongue. But essentially, it's your opportunity to go on Pilot Edge and actually fly the procedure into Sun and Fun with controllers that will be live with you that have operated and worked at Oshkosh and also Sun and Fun as well. So that'll be a great thing for our pilots, again, March 8th and 9th. Also, we have our Fly to Sun and Fun hats this year. I'll show that to you here later, sponsored by Aerosys. But all of our pilots, every pilot that flies in will get one of those special hats. Last year was our cool 50th hat. This year it's over there, over my shoulder. I'm looking at it. I should have had it up here. But it'll be great, obviously to give out those hats to our flying guests. Also, I don't know if it's populated right now, but on our website, we got a list of a lot of our military static that are planning to be here this year. I don't know if we've updated the list yet. Not yet. I'm sure we're probably going to do it today or tomorrow, but some things you can expect. This is the year of the F-35. So if you love the F-35, we are going to have 6 on static display.
Wow.
6. So that's a lot. There's obviously the F-35A demo will be here. There's something else that still we haven't announced that's planning to be here, so it's probably more than 8 now after that. But there'll be a lot of F-35s here. C-17 is confirmed to be here with us, cargo aircraft. KC-135, V-22 Osprey, the tilt rotor military aircraft is planning to be here. It's on static, so that's always fun. Lots of F-16s, and also Samaritan's Purse. We have not announced that yet. We're getting ready to do that. I'll probably get yelled at later for talking about it.
We got a gasp in the room.
Yeah, I know, there was a gasp. But the only registered DC-8 flying in the United States today will be here with us throughout the week. They'll have ground-based exhibits as well with the aircraft. So we're excited to have them here this year. There's more statics I can announce and all of that, but we're waiting for confirmation because we don't want to jump the gun on those things, but just to get everybody a little bit excited about some of the things that we're planning. Also on Wednesday morning in the pavilion, our Women Aces breakfast. So we had that last year. It was our first year to host that. Very, very popular. I think we had over 250 folks. This year we're expecting just as many, if not more. So join us Wednesday morning in the pavilion, Women Aces breakfast. It's great programming, and we'll have more on that for everybody as well. I don't know how much time I have left.
It's time.
Yes, it's time. So I was just shut down, and I will have more later. But I will tell you, this is our 51st. And you know what's cool is that, if people recall and they've been paying attention to what we're doing here, the team and everybody here has worked really, really hard the last 2 years to make changes on the airfield and get everything in place. But this is our year to refine those changes and things that we've been doing in our programming and all of that. And so we're super excited to get everybody here and show you what we've been working on over the last year. So stay tuned for more.
You're going to have more coming up here.
Oh, there is more. There is more. It's full. It's a packed show today.
It really is. But I do want to get to our first guest.
Yes, let's go.
And talk to Callie Miller from Carolee. This is our first guest on today's episode, of course, of Countdown to Sun and Fun. The Kids Club, it's returning this year. You guys had great success last year. Talk to us a little bit about what it is and what can people expect.
Sure. It really was the best time. The kids are precious, and we had the privilege of taking care of them. So during the day, there is a family oasis. Sun and Fun team wants families to come and enjoy all that this property has to offer, and wants your kids to be very comfortable. And so there is a family oasis during the day to welcome children, families to come in, take a break, get some air conditioning, accommodate nursing moms. And then in the evenings, it's going to switch and we secure the tent, and it turns into an evening kids club. So every night, Tuesday through Saturday, we will kick off Kids Club from 5:30 to 10. We are going to open a little bit early for Tuesday night so everyone can make it to the concert. So we'll open at 5 that night. But we encourage you to bring your children, drop them off for a night that it really is their night. So we want the kids to come and experience Kids Club, and then they don't care what you're doing because they're here to have such a great time. And so we will feed them snacks and dinner, and then we have themed activities every evening. So on Tuesday night, it is a country hoedown. So the children are invited to come in, decorate their cowboy hats and cowgirl hats, wear their bandanas, and then do lots of fun yard games and activities, tons of crafts. And then on Wednesday night, that's the first night of fireworks, so it is fireworks themed. We will have lots of activities for the children. They will not be setting off their own fireworks.
No, we're not
doing
that.
Enjoy them.
We're not doing that.
But lots of fun, salt art with fireworks and watercolors. Then, of course, we have to do an evening all about planes, and so the kids will have tons of fun doing crafts and activities, enjoying in-flight snacks, movie viewing, lots of fun. And then we'll continue all of the fun activities. So the next night's really special. It is all about appreciation for our military. So we'll be making thank you cards to pass out the next day to the military, to the veterans here. And everything is red, white, and blue. And then everybody's favorite night is Saturday night. That is our glow party. So last year, that was a huge night for the kids. And so everything glows in the dark. They make glow-in-the-dark friendship bracelets. And again, all with great supervision and ensuring that they are safe and having a great time at Sun and Fun. And they're making their own memories, making friendships here. So we're excited to welcome them back. We do have somewhat limited capacity because we are in a tent that has secure walls and a secure door. It's air conditioned. It's wonderful. And we already have families signing up. So that is such a wonderful thing. Last year it was our first year, and we didn't know quite how it would be received, but we were hopeful, and of course it was well loved. We had more than 100 children come to enjoy the festivities and to play with us in the evenings, and so it's exciting to see some of those families already signing back up for the event.
And how can people sign up now, in between now and Sun and Fun?
Yeah, so we welcome children aged 2 to 12, and again, we will have food for them, so we do need reservations, and we also staff according to the ages and the abilities of the children, so we want everyone to have a safe and fun time, and so we want to make sure that we can accommodate all children and their preferences. And so the best way to sign up is to go to www.carolee, that's CARILLY.com/events, and there's a whole page on Sun and Fun, so you can pick which nights your children want to come, and then tell us a little bit about them. And the sooner that you reserve your spot, the better, because one, there is limited capacity, but also two, we want to get to know the children before they arrive. arrive. So if they do have accommodations that are needed, then we're happy to still have them come, and just want to make sure that we're most well equipped to take care of them.
And just so everybody knows too, so the Family Oasis is located inside or part of the Future in Flight Plaza up on the north side. So as you're walking towards the crowd line and going towards the exhibits, it will be on your right. But it's on the north side of the Future in Flight Plaza. So I just wanted to point that out to folks. And I also wanted to say, she just did that whole thing without any notes whatsoever. And also I'm going to recruit her after this to take my spot, because that was amazing. And she did all 5 nights with no notes. So there you go. Good
Well,
job.
hopefully you see the same expertise with the kids. So
I'm impressed. I'm like, I'm sending my kid over there. They'll be well taken care of.
Yeah, they did a great job last
Yes.
year. All the kiddos had a lot of
was
fun.
great.
I have no doubt that they're
And also when I was at, and we talked about this
Yeah.
earlier, but when I was in Vegas for the International Council of Air Shows, I got a testimonial from Melissa Burns, one of our air show performers. She'll be performing this year. She didn't last year. She put her kids in Kids Club and she absolutely loved
Yeah.
it. So we appreciate your
Absolutely.
team and everybody and what
thank
you
you
do.
for
It's-
having
it's
us.
awesome. Thank
It's
you.
wonderful.
Kiddos are excited too.
I think so.
Thank you, Callie, for
And
being.
no fireworks for the
No
kids.
fireworks for the kids. They can watch.
They can watch.
All right, next up, our friends from Sheltair, Zach McDonald and Priscilla Yakora, is going to be joining us with information on how you can save money and support education. Later, Nancy Leanhouse is going to be joining us from the 927 Club. She's going to be talking about ticket sales and
Yes.
the updates on that. And Jean is going to have an update on the plans for the Florida Air Museum,
Yes.
which is exciting. Remember to keep liking, commenting, and sharing today's live show to win weekly tickets. We're giving a pair of those away again today to this year's fly-in as the countdown to Sun and Fun continues after this break.
Here we go.
The opening day concert event returns to Sun and Fun. Get ready for Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line featuring Uncle Cracker. Turn up the fun with 51. Tuesday night, April 1st, with Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line featuring Uncle Cracker at Sun and Fun.
% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to Countdown to Sun and Fun. We want to remind you, of course, to help us spread the word about this live stream. Remember, at the end of the show, we're going to be giving away 2 weekly tickets to Sun and Fun. So wherever you're watching from, make sure you like the post and subscribe to our pages on Facebook and YouTube. We'll also be answering some of your questions at the end of our show, so don't forget to leave a question in the comment section. We've already got some queued up for you.
We are ready.
We do have a lot of information on today's show directed to our fly-in pilots, so we want to bring in our next guests, Zach McDonald and Priscilla Yakora from our partner Sheltair. Thanks for being here today.
So happy to be here again.
Thank you for having us.
No, we're excited. So
Yeah.
obviously a great partnership we've had with for several years with Sheltair. You guys are phenomenal partners. You do such a great job, your entire team. You bring in extra staff, during the event to take care of all of our flying customers, and we appreciate, plus all of our military, which this year there is a lot. We talked
Yes.
about earlier, there will be a lot of fuel being pumped through your trucks. Tell everybody why that's important for us because of what you guys are giving back to Sun and Fun.
Yeah, it's extremely important. With the growth that's coming this year, with all the new statics you got with the F-35s, it's awesome. Hearing about Samaritan's Purse, too, that was a huge win. Again, hopefully we're not spilling anything too early, but every single gallon that we pump of fuel for this event is 10 cents back per gallon. So every single gallon that we pump for that event, last year we raised almost $16,000. The year before that, we raised approximately $17,000. So it's extremely important to come in as empty as you can, tanker out of here.
Yeah, don't tanker in.
Yeah, no, don't tanker out.
Come in empty.
But also, like we did last year, we are bringing back the promotion with 8 fuel stops along the way, starting from our west bases, going all the way to the east coast, just north of the Lakeland facility. So it starts at Denver, Colorado, at BJC, Denton, Texas, just outside of Dallas, LZU, just outside of Atlanta, Savannah, Georgia, ECP, which is Panama City. You've got Ocala, which is our closest base, but last year actually had quite a bit because it was a good holding spot for quite a few people. Daytona Beach and Jacksonville, Florida being the other ones that we're having for you to stop along the way if you need to make a pit stop. And 10 cents of the gallons contributed towards Sun and Fun. You're getting $1 off your retail price as well as 10 cents of the gallons that you pump are going to go back towards the ACE education program for the kids.
Awesome. And those are great programs. And they just threw up the map, I believe, from last year, too. So that is awesome. And we truly appreciate that. But what else are you guys doing this year? So in your exhibit booth, A95's exhibit booth, what else are you guys doing this year?
So I'm going to let Priscilla talk about that. I don't want to spill it too much. It's kind of a little bit of a surprise announcement for some, but we're going to look to do some fundraising on the shirts this year. So I'll let Priscilla talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We're super excited. And as everybody knows, the Sun and Fun shirts from Sheltair are a collector's item.
They're very popular.
They're very popular, yes. So this year at the booth at A95, we'll be selling our shirts for $15 a piece. And the beneficiaries will be ACE and the Commemorative Air Force, the Tampa Bay chapter.
That is located here on our campus. Awesome.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. And those are cool shirts, by the way. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're different every year. And I've got one from every year for the last however many years you've been doing it. So they're great t-shirts.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're still finalizing this year's design, but we do want to go with the bright and vibrant, kind of like the blue and the orange colors that you guys are doing. So I will tell you the colors are going to be navy blue and heathered purple, so they're going to look pretty awesome.
There was a ooh and ah in the background. I heard all that. We got a big audience over here, by the way.
Something a little different that we've done before, but we want to kind of be a little bit brighter with it, do something a little bit different. It's kind of right in line with turning up the fun here at 51.
Awesome.
There you go.
Awesome. Good stuff. So obviously this is all Sun and Fun related, but also you guys are great partners with us year round as well. And I know after the event last year, we did the ribbon cutting for the Jerry Holland Destination Aviation Playground, which you guys are a big part of. Lisa Holland, your president and CEO, obviously her father, Jerry Holland, and her mother as well. We truly appreciate the partnership because we have these 2 to 5-year-olds every Tuesday morning and throughout the week that are out there on that playground having a great time.
Absolutely. It's a big part of our philosophy is to be part of the community and give back, especially the future aviators. And this is what's more future than a playground, get started young.
And by the way, so my son, Jake, Conrad, is turning 5 on the 24th, but Saturday he is having his birthday party here at the Florida Air Museum, and we are going out to the playground. So
I love that.
We're looking forward to that, so it'll be good.
That'd be really exciting. Make sure to send us some pictures. We'll feature that in our newsletter that we send out weekly.
We'll do that. Awesome.
Love it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Of course, we again appreciate your partnership, appreciate you being here today, and appreciate what you guys do for Sun and Fun every year.
We're super happy to be back, and we're really looking forward to the event this year.
It's going to be a good one, and we were talking earlier too, lots of jets.
Yes.
So lots of fuel going to be pumped this year. We're looking forward to it. So thank you all very much, and thank your teams for us too.
Absolutely. We'll pass it along, and thank you guys for everything that you guys do. We're really watching the show evolve and grow over the last couple of years, and it's been really, really exciting.
Awesome.
And what was their booth number again?
It's exhibit booth A95.
All right.
A95. I checked right before we did this. So
make sure to stop by and say hello
please.
for sure.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. Take care.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right. So, Gene, we often say that Sun and Fun is a fly-in with a purpose, of course. One of the purposes is to support the Florida Air Museum, and you have some exciting information to share on the future plans.
I do. So when, if you've been out to the event, obviously, hopefully you have, our Florida Air Museum has evolved over time. So, we established it, I believe it was back in 1992. We host a lot of events in that venue year round, but it's unfortunate. We love the events and we want them to occur, but it's unfortunate because every time we do a big event, we have to move aircraft around. We're disturbing the exhibits and making space for these great events, a lot of local events that are produced in that space. But in order to have that stop happening and also to upgrade the museum, what we're going to do is, if I can go to the computer, is we are going to, so our outdoor pavilion, if we can go to that, I don't know if it's going to come up here.
It's coming up. There
you
it is.
go. So our outdoor pavilion. So again, outdoor, we are going to glass this thing in.
Wow.
So after the fly-in, we're going to get this thing designed, and our goal is in January of next year to open this for a local event that we have here called Pig Fest. And it is going to be a great venue for us. We'll be able to hold anywhere from 350 to 400 folks. And you can see inside what it's going to look like, and this is looking west. But what this allows us to do, if we can now move to the fly-through video, it's going to allow us to upgrade our museum and upgrade the exhibits. So we're going to have 12 new exhibits, and you can see here as you're walking in our existing doors, we are going to have our early flight exhibit, and then when you come around this corner here, you're going to look up to the left, and you're going to see what has been on the back wall by our American flag. If you've been there, that is the Wright Brothers, our Wright Brothers aircraft, the Wright Flyer. That's going to be housed right there in the front of our museum. So you can see there's going to be a walkthrough, and you'll have our exhibit of commercial flight, which is on that same wall that exists today. And then you can see there, we're going to keep a lot of the aircraft that are already hanging are going to stay there as well. Our NOAA exhibit, obviously our friends at NOAA are based here. That exhibit exists today, but we're going to upgrade it. So it's not going to look exactly like this, but you can obviously get a good idea. Back there you can see the doors, for Science on a Sphere to kind of give you a location. Our P3 cockpit from NOAA, you can see that. We'll have that video wall there. NOAA, our friends at NOAA took a lot of footage from flying through the hurricanes this last year that we're going to produce and put up there on that video wall. And then here, for just a second, we're going to spin around, and you're going to see what is now just a hangar door will become a glass wall. And just outside is the Jerry Holland Destination Aviation Playground, so we'll have access there for our kids. Need for Speed exhibit will be there. A lot of these aircraft are already part of our exhibits, but we're going to move things around and reorganize what we're doing there. I think there on the wall there was a Sun and Fun wall, for our history of Sun and Fun. And then as you come in, right there where that video wall is, that's where we have story time today, is going to be there as well. And then another indoor aviation playground, themed playground that we're going to have inside, because it gets hot, it rains and whatnot. So for our kiddos, doesn't mean it's going to look exactly like that. But it's going to be something you can get an idea of what we're doing. And then also our balloon simulator that we're going to have in the corner as well. So a lot of cool stuff. But as you can see, we can't accommodate those new exhibits in the museum if we keep having events in there. So the whole point of glassing in the pavilion is to allow these events, these awesome events to occur, which will be great during Sun and Fun, but the rest of the year as well, but really to take our museum to the next level, because our community over the last several years has been the fastest growing in the state, if not the United States as a whole. We have a lot of homes, a lot of new families that are here, and again, our mantra at the Aerospace Center for Excellence is cradle to cockpit. We want to get these kids in here as soon as possible, get them interested in aviation and STEM, and get them on their way, and have them grow up through our programs here at the Aerospace Center for Excellence. So that's what it's all about.
The more there is in there to do, the more the kids will keep coming back.
Absolutely.
So tell us how we can support this mission.
Well, the big thing is during the fly-in, we have what's called the Bash, and that's our big annual fundraiser, which you've helped us host over the years. But that's our big fundraiser. Last year we raised about $400,000, and this year we're looking to do more. But these monies are going to go right back into what you just saw and all these exhibit upgrades, for our locals here and for everybody that visits us during the fly-in as well. So I want to keep the kids and the family engaged, and this is going to be our effort over the next year getting this all done.
Yeah, so all the proceeds that we have from Sun and Fun, it helps this, but the Bash specifically, if you coming to Sun and Fun and you want to support this mission, you can buy tickets to the Bash, and not only tickets to the Bash support this, but they give away things during the Bash, and there are raffles and things that you can buy as well.
Yeah, and again, the Bash is held Thursday night of the fly-in, so that is April 3rd. Yes. Tuesday, Wednesday, April 3rd, Thursday, April 3rd at 6 p.m. right here in the Florida Air Museum, the Skylab Innovation Center. So we look forward to hosting you. You can buy your tickets online as well to join us and have a great night. And we're going to raise a lot of money.
It's always a fun time. So thanks for that update. That's amazing. I'm very excited to see it.
Yes, good stuff. And there's more, by the way.
I was going to say.
So there's another segment later on a bunch of other stuff.
We're not done with new information just yet, which is actually pretty cool. Big episode for us today.
Yes, lots of good stuff.
All right, well, up next, Jean is going to return with that exciting info on the Sun and Fun campus. Plus, elevate your Sun and Fun experience. Our 927 Club Chairman, Nancy Leanhouse, is going to be joining us with when Countdown to Sun and Fun continues. Stick around.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Car buying should be simple. That's why at Mazda Lakeland on US Highway 98, 1 mile south of the Parkway, we price our cars, not our customers. As part of our Buy Smart, Be Happy promises, we clearly mark our vehicles with our best price first, saving you time and money. All our sales associates are commission-free, and with a 5-day, 300-mile money-back guarantee, you can buy a car with ease and confidence. Visit us at MazdaLakeland.com today.
Buy smart, be happy. Moms of preschoolers, it's time to blast off into reading. Story time at the Florida Air Museum is here every Tuesday morning at 10. It's an amazing interactive learning experience for kids 2 to 5.
Hi, I'm Miss Jenny Lynn. Come read, sing, and learn with me.
Come to explore the universe with rockets, planes, and space. It's free. Story time, Tuesdays 10 a.m. at Lakeland's Florida Air Museum.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life.
This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Find your place in space.
This is my time.
Space for All.
Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us on Countdown to Sun and Fun. Another reminder to keep those questions coming in the comments section. We just got another pile of them here. We are collecting them, going to be answering them in a few. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channels to get the very latest info when we release it. You get that notification on your phone then when we get to post it. And all of this is, of course, leading up to Sun and Fun 51.
Where we are going to turn up the fun at 51.
Very exciting. We had a lot of new information on this show today. I just want to remind you that you can go back and rewatch these because we've had a lot of new and fun information for you. But a program reminder, we have another live program called Volunteer Connect. Jean and Laura Vaughn, you guys are going to be back with Volunteer Connect live. That's next Tuesday, February 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time to answer our volunteer questions because we know there's a lot.
Are over 3,000 volunteers, by the way, so lots of questions. We want to make sure we get a lot of information out to them so they're prepared when they get here.
Yeah, because it's around the corner.
Yes.
Don't forget, we're also giving away 2 weekly tickets to Sun and Fun today, so keep liking, sharing, and subscribing during today's show. We're keeping track, and we are going to announce the winners at the very end of the show, so you got to stay tuned. Now, Jean, before the break here, you shared some great information about the future of the Florida Air Museum. The videos were really cool. Again, if you missed it, go back and watch it because there's some really cool renderings there. But you also have information on the future plans for Sun and Fun Campus.
Yes. So,
let's talk about it.
So I need everybody to stay with me on this because there's a lot of information, and I've got 8 minutes, so I'll try to. So someone give me one of these when I'm about done. So the airport here in Lakeland, Florida, obviously has evolved over the last 60, 70 years since it was a military World War II air base. and there's been a tremendous amount of growth here at the airport, especially over the last decade. I was a previous airport director here for 12 years, so I'm responsible for a lot of this, not a lot of the change and the growth, and my team, that has come here to this airport. But with that, because of that growth and a lot of the new activity, there is going to be a new runway that is coming here to this airport. And now this has been talked about since when the last master plan for the airport was done back in September of 2020, so it's been some time, so now over 5 years, but we are getting ready to accommodate that new runway. Now granted, just to keep everybody on the same page and kind of outline how this is going to work, this new runway is probably still about 8 to 10 years out before it is put into use. So that is still some time frame for us to get through. And the reason for that is, in order to put a new runway in place, there's a tremendous amount of planning that needs to occur. And I'm going to show you what we have been doing here at Sun & Fun in partnership with Visit Central Florida and the Lakeland International Airport to accommodate this event for the next 50 years. But in order to get that runway in place, first of all, if everybody knows the airfield, we know the big giant bowling pin out there, or the VOR. That is the first thing that is going to have to move, and that is still about 1 to 2 years out before that occurs. And that placement I'll show you here in our master site development plan, for that as we move forward. So that's 2 years. Then the airport, the city of Lakeland, has to go through what's called an environmental assessment to implement and to build that new runway. And that is at least a 2-year process, because they have to do everything that's required by the FAA, all the environmental agencies as well, and then get approval, and then also obviously the stakeholders, which is us, all the tenants here, but also the citizens that live here in this great city of Lakeland, Florida, to be able to opine and work through that plan and do the environmental pieces that are required to get done before that runway can get built. Then they have to design the runway, which is another, at least if not 1.5 to 2 year process to do that. And then there's a whole construction period. Now granted, this runway is going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars to do. What's driving this new runway, a lot of people will be quick to say it's Amazon or it's Avelo, the new airline that's here. That is not what's driving this new runway. What is driving this new runway is all of the general aviation activity here on this airport. When I came in 2010 to run the airport, there was about 64,000 operations a year. This last year, over 150,000 operations at this airport, which makes it about the 100th busiest aircraft operated airport in the United States. So as far as aircraft operations, the 100th busiest. Lots of flight schools here, lots of itinerant general aviation traffic, plus Amazon, plus Avelo. It is just a super busy airport. But if you think about our airport, we have 10-8, and then we have a crosswind runway. And essentially what happens here is once all the flight school activity starts and everybody wakes up in the morning and starts flying in and out of this community, it becomes a one runway airport. And because of that, it is very, very important for the future of this airport and also our event to have this new parallel runway put in place. But again, the timeline is 8 to 10 years out. So when you come back next year for 2026, 2027, it's going to take a while, friends. But because we know this is coming and is part of our future, we, again, in partnership with Visit Central Florida and the airport, have gone through the last year to put together this master site development plan. So we know what our footprint here is going to look like. Now, I also want to tell you, I'm going to show you, just basically the 2D on paper, what it conceptually is going to look like next time when we come back in March for our next countdown. Like we just did for the museum, we are going to have a fly-through of the entire event. So as you're coming through the main gate, you're going to see all the new exhibit buildings, the new buildings I'm going to talk about, all the aircraft areas, all the outdoor exhibits, all the things that you expect to see, you are going to see it all through a fly-through. Okay? So I'm going to walk through this. Now, what I ask is no one freak out, all right? Work with me here, okay? With challenges comes opportunities, and this gives us a tremendous opportunity to reimagine our site for the next 50 years, okay? And we are going to do this. All right, so if we can just flip here and we can go to the graphic here. There is a lot here I'm going to unpack, but just to kind of give you an idea, I can zoom in so everybody can see what I'm pointing at here. So this white building right here, this is the building we're sitting in right now. So this is the Florida Air Museum, Skylab Innovation Center, and the pavilion we just talked about is right here. This blue building right here, that is a new hangar for our museum. Our friends at NOAA are going to retire the P3s and get C-130s, and we're going to get one of the P3s. I don't know if it's going to be Kermit or Miss Piggy, but we're getting one of them, and they're going to be in this hangar. And we are now working with all kinds of partners, receiving some really cool assets, and we need a bigger facility to be able to house these, because you're going to have our Florida Air Museum that I just showed you with all those interactive exhibits, and then we're going to have a bigger hangar just for cool aircraft. Then down here, this is Central Florida Aerospace Academy right here. So anything you see in white as far as buildings are existing. This building right here is going to be a new AMP facility for us. So we have Travis Career College is on here, is on our campus in partnership with Polk County Public Schools. We have close to 80 young adults in that program right now. We want to put 200 more, and we're going to have a new building for that in the future. This building here, this is going to be our middle school, our 6th through 8th grade middle school that can feed right into our high school. See that, how that works?
Yeah.
So a middle school for us right here. This is going to be our new front door. All right, so this will be the access as you come in, and you're going to come into the event. These are tram turnarounds that will be in place from our parking lots to shuttle people in, but this will be our new front door, our outdoor pavilion here. This right here is one of our 2 new exhibit buildings. This is the second one up here, an outdoor amphitheater. But across the street here, in our existing 42 acres, these are 2 hotels. These are 2 hotels. Now, we're not going to build these.
Right.
All right, these will be private developments. But year-round, if you think about these great new exhibit buildings, right now we have 4 20,000 square foot exhibit buildings. We're going to replace them with 2 40,000 square foot exhibit buildings to match the same space. But year-round, we're going to have these hotels that will also be used during the fly-in, but year-round as well for all the activities we're going to be able to bring here to our new reimagined campus. Also right here is our new maintenance facility. And as we move back up to the north, our warbird ramp is up here just off the page here. This will be our new static ramp. So all the cool military aircraft that are coming, static aircraft will be here. All these white boxes you can see here, these are all of our outdoor exhibits. This is a food eating area, so like a concessions area. These are our existing clubhouses that we have, so we're accommodating all those. As you move here, let me zoom out just a little bit. As you move over here, this is our home built area. These are all our home builds. Up close, right in the center of everything that we're doing. This is Paradise City, so fixed by function, not moving. This is our grass strip, and it's not moving, it's in the same spot. This is Paradise City, essentially in the same spot. This is our Stoll area as well, Lakeland Aero Club's right here. This is our new warbird ramp that we'll have in place.
Okay.
All right, so we'll have 2 separate ramps, one for our big military static and one for our cool warbird statics that will be here. And this is all warbird parking as well. This area right here we're accommodating for in partnership with the airport is NOAA's new C-130 hangar. Okay, and then as you come over here, this is our new vintage area. So this is vintage parking and camping as well, right in close proximity to everything that is Sun and Fun and everything that we're doing. So everything wraps around the core, which is all of our buildings. But again, all the cool aircraft are going to be able to all be close together instead of right now, unfortunately, they're kind of separated, but we want to keep everything close. Out here, also general aviation camping. So you can see a lot of general aviation camping. This is Chopper Town, our island.
Yeah.
Right, so we have the island. So on the far east side, way over here, is going to be over here with all of our aircraft campers over here, and then our seaplanes will be here as well. Now down here, as we move to the south, if I can adjust here. Again, there's a lot of information here. You're probably going to want to rewatch this. Again, next time we're going to have the fly-through, and you're going to be able to see all of it and really picture it. But down here now, which has historically just been vehicle parking and not very efficiently used, this will become all of our RV and tent camping.
Wow.
So this giant area that only gets partially used during the week until Saturday when we have all these, the people driving in for the event, this will become our parking, our RV and tent camping. And then this right here, we talked about the first piece and the first domino. This is where we're going to put the VOR. Okay, but it will be up on stilts, 50 foot in the air, so we can park around it and everybody can look at the VOR, out there when they're camping around it. So lots of moving parts with this, lots of great partnerships. Again, this is going to take us a long, long time, but I will tell you, I grew up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and my dad ran the airport there when I was a kid. And not unlike AirVenture, they had to go through a whole process to reimagine their site. Because what you see today when you go up to AirVenture, that wasn't part of the plan until they did a plan and then they executed on it, but it took them decades to do that. This is the same thing here, but if we don't have a plan and we're not ready to go, this doesn't mean we wait for a runway to come in and we wait for the airport to construct. We're going to start moving on these elements as we're prepared to do that, because obviously there's funding requirements. We have a great partner in Visit Central Florida that's going to help us fund these new exhibit buildings, because they're going to be using them the rest of the year. So lots of great partners, lots of opportunity. It's going to be a challenge for us, but we want to set this event up and make it world class, for the next 50 years. And all of our guests and all those kiddos we're trying to reach and get inspired into aviation, we need to put in the hard work now to get this place ready to go. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm super pumped up about this. It is a little scary, right? But it's just a tremendous opportunity. We have great partners here, and we're going to be ready to go and create a world-class event here for the next 50 years. So I know there's going to be a lot of questions on this, but hey, we want to get that out there. We're going to talk again about this. We're going to have the fly-through for our next countdown. But this is our future, and we're going to be ready. And it's an exciting time, and we're going to change this place up.
Yeah, I mean, the plan has to start somewhere.
Yep.
And so you've already reimagined a lot of it, which is really cool. We talk about Sun and Fun. We're here to, talk about the countdown to Sun and Fun and everything. But seriously, a lot of stuff happens the other 51 weeks of the year. And this is a vision for that.
Yeah, and I get asked quite a bit, well, you moved from the airport to Sun and Fun. You must not be busy. You just start planning Sun and Fun in January. I wish, right?
This doesn't happen overnight.
It is a year-round event, but you can see what we do with our parent company, the Aerospace Center for Excellence, my team, all the educational pieces that we do year-round, plus Sun and Fun. There is a lot going on here, but we are getting ready for our future, and we're going to dictate our future. We're going to let others dictate it for us. But again, this is in partnership with the airport here. This layout that I just kind of walked through everybody through is going to be uploaded into their airport layout plan that is then submitted to the FAA. So it puts all of these pieces and all of these boxes on the airport layout plan for the airport that says we are going to do these things, and it keeps other development and activity from happening in these areas. And I also just want to point out too, we do accommodate parking. So on the west side of the campus, there is a lot of parking out there as well. Someone's probably like, what about all the parking? There will be plenty of vehicle parking as well.
They didn't forget about it.
Yes. So there are places out to the west. And there'll be a huge tram operation and buses and things like that. But we want to move cars. Cars can be moved around, but we want to keep the airplanes close. We want to keep our RV and tent camping folks close to the event and make it as guest and pedestrian friendly in the core, for our guests as we move forward. So lots of cool stuff. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions.
Yeah.
Think about your questions for the next one, for the next countdown as well, and we'll be ready to talk about that. But I appreciate the opportunity. I don't know how many minutes I have left. That's a lot of stuff to cover. 0. So I've been told I got nothing. I'll be quiet.
I asked if he was going to be able to fill 8 minutes. He filled 13.
That was 13 minutes? Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Well, I had to get it all out.
Really interested
I didn't know I could talk about
it
this for 13 minutes, but okay, here we are.
So for all of this to happen, though, of course, it's all about the kids, right? And want to bring in our next guest now, because we want to transition from the future to what we can do now to help make this vision a reality. Bringing in our next guest, our chairman of the 927 Club, Nancy Leanhouse. Thanks for joining us, as always.
Thanks for having me. Hey, I just want to take a moment to say, I'm not going to get emotional. The reason that we work so hard here is for the benefit of the children in our area and the surrounding areas. This stuff just doesn't happen automatically. We have a great reputation that I don't think a lot of people understand how far-reached it really is. We do great things here, and that doesn't happen by chance. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of planning. We don't always agree on everything, but somehow at the end of the day, we manage to bring it all together.
Yes, we do.
And I just think that that's amazing, and I'm so proud to be a part of this. So thanks for having me again.
Nope, thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the 927 Club. This is our exclusive area for our VIPs that want to give themselves a treat during the air show. We have air-conditioned chalet. We have restrooms that are air-conditioned. We have so many cool things, but let's talk about Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to do a Sunday champagne brunch. It is amazing. You need to try it out. If you live locally, go to church, come to the fly-in. The doors open at the chalet at 10 o'clock, brunches from 10 to 2, and then you have the whole air show afterwards to enjoy. It is going to be an amazing time, and that is a great way. If you've never bought a ticket to the 927 Club, get one day and check it out and just see how you like it. And I promise you'll be back because it's pretty amazing.
So tell us about the ticket sales. Saturday is sold out.
Saturday is sold out. As we told you all from the very beginning it would. It always does. The 13th of December, the Saturday day tickets sold out for the club. So we're very close. Wednesday will sell out again. Now Wednesday is your opportunity for those of you out there that are serious about seeing an amazing night show and an epic fireworks display.
Yes.
You are going to want to try to get a Wednesday night ticket before they're all gone, because we are dead show center at the 927 Club. When you're on our patio or inside looking out the glass door, you see all that there is to see during the air show, and especially the fireworks. You'll get to see where they set up the pyro boxes out there. It is just the neatest experience, and I am telling you, treat yourself. Come to a night show.
Yes.
So you can still do that on Wednesday, or you can buy a weekly ticket.
That's correct. If you
get
want
Saturday.
If you want a weekly
If you want to do it weekly, you can still do it.
There's a few weekly tickets left.
Yes.
And another benefit to the weekly ticket is the concert that we keep talking about on Tuesday night. If you have a weekly 927 Club wristband, you will get VIP seating at that concert.
Yes.
Everybody else has to stand up or drag your own chair or
There you
whatever. So you're going to want to get that ticket. There's a lot of benefits to it. Go on the website, check out the menus. They've been posted for quite a while. This is not an open restaurant, so you don't get to just come in and order like off of the 61 downtown menu. It's established. It is what it is. You're going to love it. We have great food. We have complimentary beer and wine. We have a full cash bar. We have a cigar garden. We have it all. So come and treat yourself.
And it benefits.
It benefits the children.
It does.
It benefits the children, but also for the children at heart, you also have soft serve ice cream.
We do.
Yes, which I'm very excited about.
Yes. And you just give me a ringy-ding. I will
let
have
you
it
know.
ready for you because
I
I know
look
you're
forward
so
to it.
busy.
Yes.
Absolutely. We will take care of that for you.
All right.
If you're flying along, quick thing, if you're flying your own airplane into the show, into the fly-in, and you have 927 tickets, go on the click down and let us know that. Fill out the little form. We'll have our transportation team come and pick you up at your airplane. You can't get any more service than that.
The best
I'm
service.
just saying.
Yep.
So make sure you go to our website and you can buy those tickets online.
Yeah,
Thank you, Nancy, and thanks to your team as well. They do a phenomenal job for us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get another update from Nancy on our next episode of Countdown to Sun and Fun on those 927 Club tickets. But next up, we're going to be addressing those viewer questions. Jane Winter and Melissa Goodson are also going to be here to provide information on our pilot welcome tent at Sun and Fun and the Fly in Style program for pilots this year at Sun and Fun. Plus, we're going to be announcing those winners of the 2 weekly tickets we are giving away as Countdown to Sun and Fun continues.
Since the very first Sun and Fun, volunteers have been the heart of the fly-in. Our success depends on dedicated volunteers, and that could be you. Your life experience will help us engage, educate, and accelerate the next generation of aerospace professionals. We have all kinds of opportunities to volunteer, from fly-in support to educational events and field trips at many year-round community events. Volunteers earn valuable benefits, but you'll gain new friendships and experience new adventures. Find out more and get started. Just visit volunteer.flysnf.org for more info about volunteer opportunities at the Aerospace Center for Excellence and the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
All right, welcome back to the countdown to Sun and Fun. Almost there, we're not there yet.
Yeah,
7
we're not
weeks.
there, but we're running over because it's my fault. But anyway, let's go.
Final reminder here to subscribe to our YouTube page and smash the thumbs up button, like our Facebook pages as well. Make sure you're sharing these posts so that you can get updated when we post information. Be sure to be commenting as well. We've got a lot of questions that we are going to get to at the end, and then we'll be announcing the winners of the weekly tickets to the Sun and Fun shortly. All right, viewer questions are coming up. First, want to bring in Jane Winter, our VP of Strategic Partnerships, and Melissa Goodson of our Sun and Fun Marketing Director. You guys have a lot of great information for our pilots flying in.
We do.
We're so happy to be here today.
Well, look, they left me out, by the way, so everybody has cool shirts except for me. So there we go.
We're the fun team.
We're the fun team. That's right. Hey, so I just want to talk about the Pilot Welcome Center this year because a couple of years ago we started the island, and that was on purpose to have a place for our pilots to find things to do while they're at Sun and Fun. Well, 3 years later, it's amazing. So we've got a place now called the Pilot Welcome Center at the island. You can go there, Gene, I'm going to really talk about our sponsors here. You can get your new hat, which is sponsored by Aerosys. Talk to me, Goose. There's a good logo on that. Also, the Pilot Welcome Center in itself is a 40 by 40 tent. It's our presenting sponsor for that, our same sponsor who's been with us, Phillips 66. This year, though, we're actually building a nice deck on it. We're going to make it even more special for these pilots. We want them to sit on the deck and have their coffee in the morning or enjoy the show during the day. So it's so much fun. The other thing is we've created a new thing called the Crew Chief Systems VIP Pilot Shuttle. And it is something that can be signed up for ahead of time, and you can have your own shuttle. And by the way, they just arrived today, so we're going to do some. Cart? Yes, they did. So it's going to be a new golf cart. So I'm very excited about this, and it'll be just a real nice place for the pilots to come and feel special again. I'm just to say we have the Fly in Style program. I'm going to leave something for Melissa to talk about because that's sponsored by RTX again. We have legendary Aviation Coffee is serving coffee at the Pilot Welcome Center. And then we also have our friends at Honda Generator who's always done something with the pilot registration card. And that way you sign up and you can win a generator. And I'll be honest, I never thought that was really important. Except if you go through a hurricane and you know a generator is important.
Yes,
so
very important.
Always love everybody. And I'll say one thing, we love that volunteer team at the Pilot Welcome Center. Mike Opham is the chairman this year. They are so excited to be welcoming everybody. So looking forward to all of it.
Awesome. And the Fly in Style program, Melissa, that's kind of your baby. That was your brainchild you created several years ago.
And it's obviously back this year. The Fly in Style pilot program is back for all of our beloved fly-in pilots, and it's also sponsored by our friends at RTX again, which we really appreciate that. So basically what you do is you fly in, and all you have to do is fly in, check in at the Pilot Welcome Center, sponsored by Phillips 66. Once you get there, like Jane said, you're going to be greeted by some really nice volunteers, and they're going to give you this card. And this card unlocks so many great deals for you guys. You just take this to the participating exhibitors. When you see the exhibitor, they're going to have this in their booth, so you know who they are. And basically what this does is it unlocks a lot of great deals, and I'm just going to share a few of them with you. For Sun and Fun is going to give you $5 off preferred seating. You're going to get 10% off the Turn Up the 51 shirt available. And when we send out our newsletter, tonight you guys are going to see an email come across from us that has great new designs that you can pre-order in our merch shops. So you'll get 10% off that. Access to lots of free swag here at the Pilot Welcome Center. center that you guys are gonna be able to use at the flying. I think you guys are really gonna like some of the things that we picked out for you guys. An exclusive I Flew to Sun and Fun hat, as Jane said, it's brought to you by Aerospace. Jean got the first one. $1 off every $10 that you spend at Sunset Grill, and also 10% off a Florida Air Museum membership. So a lot of really great deals, and also lots of great deals from our exhibitors. You can see a full list online at the Flying Style Pilot Program. And if you're out and about and you're like, I can't remember, you just click this QR code on the back and it will give you the full list of all the deals. Like a few of them are like Air Creepers doing 5% off orders, Vantage Plain Plastic is doing 10% off, Micro Air Avionics is offering 20% off for orders placed at the show. And there's lots more deals like this. So, everybody's trying to save some money, so take advantage of it.
Plane-wise is offering 25% off subscription. 25%?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
So, it's some good deals for you guys. So just make sure you check the website for the full list. And also, for exhibitors out there, we're still accepting more participators. So if you have an exclusive deal that you would love to share with our pilots, because we all love our pilots, sign up today because it's there's still time. So
There's 41 days.
There's 41 days to sign up.
17 hours.
17 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
How do we sign up?
So you just go to the website. In the pilot area, there's an actual page dedicated to the Flying Style Pilot Program, and the pilots don't sign up until they get here. But the exhibitors, you go to the exhibitor resources page on our website. You can sign up right there. And if you have any questions, just email me. I'm happy to help out. That's it.
Awesome. Well, thanks,
So much fun.
ladies. Hey, and by
Thanks
the way,
for having us.
We work together pretty closely every single day, and these two and everybody else, but these two do a phenomenal job, work super, super hard, doing some cool things for
I was
us.
gonna say, they have some fun
They
too.
didn't include me. I didn't get the memo about the shirt, so I'll let that slide today or whatever. Actually, that's my shirt, Amanda, just to point it out.
let me borrow
but
it.
anyway, I was like, I'm the oddball anyway, so
Well, and if I
we'll do
could
that.
say one more thing too, we do have some really fun, cool promotions that we're going to be doing at Sun and Fun. So look out for those. There's lots of chances to win great prizes, name brand things, Stanley Cups, Carhartt bags, all the good stuff. So make sure you come and participate.
Well,
You
awesome.
make it worth their while.
Well, good. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the hard work.
Thanks
for having us.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.
We'll see you after this.
Thank you.
7 weeks, right?
All right.
All right, now it is time to answer some viewers' questions.
All right,
we
here
have
we go.
quite a few, so
we're gonna go rapid fire.
Yeah.
So, first question: what kind of programs do you have for kids throughout the year? Lots of programs. So Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. story time. We have STEM Sprouts on Mondays. Our summer camps. So we have our summer camps that
Do
run
the field trips throughout the year.
Yes, field trips throughout the year. We have our ACES High program. You can go to the Sun and Fun page. You'll see up there on the top it says ACE. Click on that and you can see all of our programs. There's a lot, so I could go on and on about that. Also, this year we're bringing over 4,000 5th through 8th graders in Polk County through our Skylab Innovation Center. So if your kiddos are here locally, tell their teacher to sign up and get them in here if we have any spots left. So lots of cool programs. When does the early bird ticket sale end? March 1st. March 1st is the last day for the early bird ticket sales. When is the schedule going to be released? So there are lots of schedules. As far as specifically, if you're asking or inquiring about the air show schedule, that'll be closer to the event. We're still, we know who's coming, but as far as what days they fly and all that, that'll be a little bit, probably about 2 weeks out from the event when we post that. But as far as like forums and workshops, the daily schedule is already out there and that's being populated as we speak, so you can grab that as well. Already. Can I bring my own collapsible cart to get around campus? If we have a great handicap team that's out there that takes care of all of our folks. So there are requirements for that. I believe we have that posted on our webpage. But you can bring collapsible carts. You just get with our team, and they'll put a permit on that cart and get you around campus. So when you get here, reach out to them or ask them at the registration when you come in, and they will get you hooked up with our team because they do a phenomenal job. I know Tracy Card is listening. She'll probably say I said something wrong. Let me know. Because we want to make sure our friends are taken care of. I've never been to Sun and Fun, and my wife is disabled. Is there anywhere she can cool off near the flight line? So we have, obviously you can do 927 Club. That's an air-conditioned tent you can be in all day, but if that doesn't work for you, we do have air-conditioned exhibit tents. So in Future and Flight Plaza, we have Innovation Showcase. We have the Career Fair. We have Junior Aces for our kids as well. So you can go through those exhibits. You can come here to the Florida Air Museum. You can check out the Skylab Innovation Center, or you can go in our exhibit buildings, which are not air-conditioned, but they do provide a lot of shade as well. So there's lots of opportunities to get out of the sun and get relaxed and get energized and ready to go out there and watch the daily air show. Will there be a dedicated Uber Lyft area? We actually have two. There's one at the island, which is on the east side of the airport, that accommodates all of our aircraft parkers and campers. And there's also a Uber Lyft drop-off in what we call our media and exhibitor parking area, or lot number 2. We did change our parking lots. There's 1, 2, and 3, but in lot number 2, we do have a dedicated Uber and Lyft drop-off there as well. Do we have any updates on Warbird flyers for the show? That generally comes in a little bit later for us, but I know Jack Aces, which is a 3-ship P-51 demonstration team. So it was Jack Aces with 2 last year, and they have now 3 P-51s they'll be flying. Class of 45 with Scooter Yoke and with Jim Tobel with the Korean War Hero. The Corsair and the P-51 will be flying together. Obviously, we have the Heritage flights as well, and then we also have our Warbird shows, big Warbird shows on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So lots of Warbirds up in the air on those days. Rapid fire. With the pavilion glassed in, for the future, where will the tail dragger party be held? So the tail dragger party is for our volunteers. So if you're a volunteer, we throw a big party on Sunday after it's all over, and we have a good time. Most likely it will be in the new pavilion with the glassed-in area, but if not, we'll think about that through the next year, but I would anticipate it being in that new pavilion. But if not, we'll have a cool tent for it, and we're going to have a party after Sun and Fun every single year.
Party no matter what, right?
Yes,
All
absolutely.
Right. Is the F-16 demo team the only F-16 planned to be there, or are there any others?
No, there are others. So earlier we talked about static, so I know there are at least 3 additional F-16s that will be here static. One is a QF-16, basically a target drone. It's been here in years past, and there's 2 other F-16s coming from another squadron somewhere, I forget where in the country, but there'll be plenty of F-16s here this year.
There you go. Is April 1st the first day of Sun and Fun Radio?
That is a Dave Schallbetter question. I think so. I don't know if they do any programming like on Monday, but the 31st, but they'll definitely be up on the first day, April 1st.
And are we going to have a hot air balloon race?
We don't have hot air balloon races. We are going to do hot air balloon glows down there in Paradise City for the Sunset Aerial Circus, but also Saturday morning, we will be launching this year. Let's go. We got to launch balloons this year. It's all dependent on the wind and whatnot, but the intent is to do the balloon launch from Paradise City, from the grass strip on the south side this year, so a new location to help accommodate the Sun Run 5K.
All right, and then this brings us all the way back to the very beginning. What time does the Innovation Preview start on March 31st?
It starts at 4 p.m., goes to 6 p.m. In the pavilion, and we already have 25 companies signed up to do that. If you can't make it, our partners at Aero News Network, which help us produce this, do basically the lion's work of everything. They live stream it as well. So if you can't be here, you'll be able to watch all of that as well, live stream on Aero News Network.
All right, that was the last question.
All right.
Wow, we got a lot of really great questions. Thank you for sending those in.
All right, our weekly ticket winner. So this will be 2 weeklies for the event is Dwayne Miller.
Congratulations.
So Dwayne Miller, you're still on. Yeah, way to go, Dwayne. All right, come and join us. It is going to be an awesome show.
Awesome week.
There's a lot of stuff this week, so I gotta go take a break after this.
For sure. So I think we're wrapping this episode up. But again, if you missed anything, and there was a lot of information, it's all going to be on our YouTube page. You can go back and rewatch it. We also kind of break up the segments a little bit for you to give you an idea, and we repost those. Remember, though, next Tuesday, February 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern, Jean's going to be back with Laura Vaughn for another Volunteer Connect live show to be answering questions for our volunteers. We're also going to be back for another countdown to Sun and Fun next month. That is just 2 weeks before Sun and Fun 51. It's on Tuesday, March 18th.
Ooh, March 18th. I'll make sure I'm here. All right, good. Now that I know what date it is. All right, I'm ready.
That is going to be again at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, we have our show every day, our live show the morning of Sun and Fun, which starts on Monday to give you an idea that week of everything that's going on.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Amanda. Appreciate everything. Thanks for being here with us again. I'm sure it was an early morning for you.
Always.
Thanks for
okay.
making the trek. But we look forward to seeing everybody here in 41 days and 17 hours and change or whatever it is.
Counting.
Yes.
It's going by quick. Until then, thanks to our guests. Thanks to all of our guests today. Again, lots of great information. Thanks for watching. We will be back in March.